Welcome back, family and friends, to another episode of Independent Joe. Today, as you can see in front of me, I've got a few bottles. A friend of mine, DC from the whiskey universe, made a suggestion, really, and he wanted to know whether or not Confiscated and 15-year Knob Creek, because they're in the same price point area, if they were, which one would be the better buy. Well, I took it upon myself to say, go ahead. I went ahead and said, I'll check that out and see what I think. But then I started pulling these bottles, and then I was like, you know what? This one's 100 proof, and it's kind of in the same price range, around $80 to $100. And then I got a $20 bottle. Looking from the color of these, I don't know which one's which. They're tagged on the bottom. But these two are dark and these two are light. And on each side, there's a dark and a light. And I can't tell which one's which. So one of these is interchangeable with the other. And I'm going to find out right now with you all. And yeah, it should be interesting. At least for me. Hopefully for you. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get right into this. I'm so excited. I just got one of my bottles in that some of my Patreons will see in the future. But it's a little flask here, and when they're get to a certain time in my Patreon, I'm gonna go ahead and make them a special blend, put it in this flask, and send it out to them. So that'll be fun to do and be interesting also to see what they think of some of the blends that I'll be making and putting in their flasks. And so that's what I'm going to do with those. But yeah, I got mine. Now I'm going to probably fill it up with something and make my own blend for myself. But anyways, so I don't know which one's A, which one's B, because there's no, I mean, I got the board here, so I'm going to go with the board. The glasses ain't marked, so I'm going to try to keep them in the same spots. But I'll start off with A here. Smells familiar. I have the bottle, so a little light, a little airy. Doesn't sting the nose. And now I'm not going to be going through every single note and flavor profile, all this other stuff, but I am going to just try to quickly go through, sniff and then tell you, and then taste it and tell you. So I'm going to probably use the same rules I use as the game I did. If any of you didn't see that, go back to Saturday's post, and that's where myself and Bourbon Bites, Clifton, right here in this stage, battled it out. Of course, it was a tie, which is okay with me. But we tied, and it was good because afterwards we got to taste some whiskeys that he's been wanting to taste, and then he shared, of course, his pickle whiskey with me. And, that's all good. But we had fun afterwards, hung out with him and his husband, me and my wife, had a few drinks. We laughed a little bit, cried. Then we took him to the hotel. And, yeah, so we did do a semi-drunken video as far as a review on a whiskey, but I watched it, and it's kind of it's a long video because we're two inebriated fellows trying to be serious on a review, so it's kind of funny, kind of long, kind of boring. So I've been struggling to figure out whether or not I'm going to post it or not. Leave a comment in the chat and let me know if you want to see it. I will be posting it in my Patreon for my Patreons. Maybe they can vote on it and tell me, hey, yeah, post it. It's kind of funny. Anyways, yeah. So this one's you could tell it's really young. I know the Confiscated is a young whiskey. Like I said, I didn't do an extreme, I guess, trying to find any information on each of these bottles. So this is not a real, like a strong review. I'm just going to go through and tell you which one I like better. But this one's also a young whiskey too. That's what I'm getting on here. It's very airy, very light, very young. But this is at 96, I believe, 96.4. This one's 100. This one's 100, and of course 101 right here with the wild turkey. I'm gonna go ahead and taste it now. Oh yeah, very sweet, very nice. Wow, that's really good. I'm hoping that's the wild turkey. All right, I'm gonna go to the next one, and I'll be cleansing my palate very, very quickly, very lightly, because these proof points are pretty close together at the same proof point. So it won't take too much to, yeah, that's really good. Wow, give that a little twirl in my story time blend here. Of course, you can get your story time blend through the Authors Guild, and also get some of their new picks. I believe they still have some good picks over there for you to grab, so check them out. Cheers, everybody. Wow. I still like this one better. This one's good. This one's a little sweeter. This one's a little bit more... none of these are rye, by the way, but this has a little bit more spice to it, a little bit more kick to it. If you like the sweeter whiskeys, then you're gonna like this one. If you like a little more, I won't say rye forward, but a spiciness to it, added to a pepperiness to it, you're gonna like this one. And again, let me go and cleanse my palate. And those are the two light glasses. The whiskeys in here are a lot lighter than the ones over here. All right, and right here, let me give that a little twirl, little sniff. And here is the average drinkers. Glenn here, you could go to the average drinker and subscribe to her, and she will probably get you one of these Glens, not as a subscriber, but you can probably get one from her. Same thing with the first glass. Sorry about that. Women of Whiskeys Glens. You can get that through their store also. This one's a little bit darker in tone, on the nose anyways. Yep, cheers. Ooh, a lot more cherry forward, rich, dark on the tongue. Yeah, you get some fruits in there. Like I said, your dark cherry. I might think this is the Old Forester. I don't know though. Had to take a second drink. That one's good. Again, totally different flavor profiles. Kentucky Owl, Knob Creek, Wild Turkey. I mean, duh, right? Really good though. That one, I don't know which one that is, but man, that's good. All right. Now the last bottle here. Got my ADHD Madness Season 2 Glen. You can still get those, I believe. Go check out Madness and also Matt's channel. Always coming out with great reviews. Whew. What is this? Okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to say this is the Knob Creek. Very woodiness in tone, very oak forward, but sweet oak, very nice sweet oak. I just got through sharing this last Thursday with my wife. Not this one, but the 25th anniversary. If you watched that video from last Thursday, she had anniversaries, edition bottles, and then one outlier. Really good video. Go check it out. Yeah, but if you like woodiness, if you like a rich tone and like slight chocolatiness to it. Once the I guess in the back of the palate, not too over alcohol forward. It ain't alcohol forward at all, but very nice wood flavor. That's definitely Knob Creek. Okay, so on the games, when I play the games, the last bottle, I normally don't cleanse my palate, but I'm gonna cleanse it one more time, and then I'm gonna go A and B without cleansing, and then try to find which one stands out first to last for me, and then I'm gonna reveal what they are, and hey, together we're gonna find out if a $20 bottle can stand up to some of these bottles here, or all of them. But we'll see. Hey, let's start off on A. Again, I really liked this at first. I was like, man, there's nothing to beat this, but there's a few on here. Besides this one, I'm not sure about this one. I have to go back. But cheers, everybody. Thank you for supporting the channel. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, leave a comment and tell me what you think of some of these bottles right here. Tell me what your favorite, your daily, maybe some of the things that you drink or have bought in. Maybe one of these, maybe. Cheers. Wow, so sweet, so soft, so nice. Wow, that just sits on the tongue really well. It coats really well. It's almost making me think it's one of these expensive bottles here. When I say expensive, these are all around $100 except for this one right here. This one's probably in the $80, give or take, plus or minus $10 range. So they're all about the same price point except for this one right here. But that one's really nice. See, without cleansing my palate, this one changes a little bit. It's got a deeper flavor to it. There's an additional amount of sweetness that comes out when kind of mixed with this one. So I don't know if that's fair or not for this one, but this one, like right off the bat, is just really nice, really easy to drink, and a very good sipper if you're gonna pay a lot to have a daily sipper. Yeah, this is the more fruit forward pour. Has a nice amount of spice in it, real well rounded flavor. And look, I'm going through the same thing. I'm just trying to pick A to B, but man, this is so hard. Okay, this was supposed to be a blind between these two. I probably shouldn't have added these because I know what this is. I don't know what this is. Well, actually, I'm assuming that this is, again, Old Forester. So this is my guess. One of these is Wild Turkey. One of these is Confiscated. This is definitely Old Forester. I really like the Old Forester profile. And this one is, without a doubt, Knob Creek. Not because it's there on the end and that's what's influencing me. I just know that profile also. So, it's really good, but some of these ones that, you know, once I start drinking them, it's coming, they're moving around in my brain. These glens are shifting as far as what's moving forward. If you don't see my thing, I always do this, and then I put one back, and then I'm trying to figure out what comes in first. Right now, it's a dead heat because of these flavor profiles that are coming through. All right, I'm gonna put Old Forester here. I mean, Old Forester. What I think is Knob Creek here. I am gonna put I might put old. I just like that profile, so I think this is what my order is going to be. This one started off really well, and again, if this is wild turkey, it should not be ashamed. That's not the bottle should. Don't be ashamed, bottle. No, there's no shame in this being in this position right here. If that's the bottle, I'm assuming it is. But this is what I got right now. So if it was between Confiscated and it's two different profiles though. That's the thing. So this is second and third for right now. Man, that is so close. But I gotta give it up. I gotta give it up to Knob Creek. They're just, for me, I love the sweet oak flavor that I get from a good Knob Creek. I'm not saying they're all good Knob Creeks. These, let's see here. These, I don't know if they're hard to find, but these ain't. So them being kind of neck and neck for me, I know Kentucky Owl, because of the price point, everybody gets mad, but in reality, this is like their mid-tier pours, and I would definitely say that this is above the Wiseman, which is their lower tier at $40-ish, $42, $43, I think is what I got it at. So at $100, I can see this being their mid-tier because we already know what their upper tier is as far as price-wise. And this is really good. I mean, again, you're going to have people who's like, oh no, that's why Dixon Deadman left. Yeah, okay. There's probably more to it than just a price of a bottle, because they've been selling their bottles for expensive prices for a long time. But anyways, I digress. And hey, Knob Creek, we got Old Forester, and I did not know which of these bottles were, because I've had these poured. I went upstairs, I had to change and put my DC shirt on, because DC's our superhero over here in the whiskey world. Awesome guy. Yeah, so I gotta, man, this is so good though. If it's one of these other bottles, I'm gonna be so sweet, so nice, man. I'm hoping it's this, because that's definitely my daily, as far as not, I don't drink it every day. I take times off for drinking, but it's just so nice. It could be somewhat of a daily, real easy, real nice, especially at 101. It's the highest proof here, and if this is it, then yeah. So I got my rankings. They're locked in. Number 1 is going to be D. Number 2 is going to be E, B, and then A. By a little bit. Every one of these by a little bit. Not even, and I know that's not a good, I guess, they're just all good to me. So we'll start from last place. And yes, just what I thought. It's the Wild Turkey. Again, not last place, and is not good. It is very good, really easy to drink, really nice flavor, really nice tone to it. One of my favorite drinks. That's probably why I was thinking it was Wild Turkey, because I've had it so much. This is like, I don't even know how many of these I've had, because they're just, the flavor profile on these are just so good. Now this one I'm thinking it's the Confiscated, but I don't know. But really light, really airy, as I was saying before. Just a little bit more spice than this one right here. And yeah, that's what it is. It is the Knob Creek. You do get somewhat of that popsicle stick at the end, but it's not over drying or anything like that. And with this being 101 and this being 96.4, it's weird how the spiciness from this one comes out a little bit more than the Wild Turkey. And of course, the Average Drinker's Glen, I believed was carrying the Old Forester. And yes, of course, it was the Old Forester. I just like the tones. There's now I get a nice chocolate tone to it for the Old Forester. And that one was my number one. Something's died down on the flavor a little bit, and I think it's just because I've been tasting these back and forth, so they're kind of blending together because I haven't cleansed my palate, but that's okay. It's still my number one. And of course, oh, I thought I read it wrong. And of course, the Knob Creek. Okay, Knob Creek, really good. Comes out just ahead of the Kentucky Owl, although Kentucky Owl for me is not a bad pour. If you could find it, sometimes you'll be able to see those Kentucky Owls in like Costco or something like that. Definitely in a lot of the other liquor stores, but if you could find it at on sale or at a lower price, definitely worth the price of what this Old Forester would be, which is around $80-ish. Not bad for a $20 bottle. I actually got another bottle right here, this bad boy, for $20 at Costco. And I'm not sponsored by Costco at all, but a 1.75 and that flavor profile, definitely worth the price. Definitely something that you can drink every day, something that you can pour. I know somebody was saying something about, hey, would you take that to a party? Well, if nobody else is taking it, guess what I'm taking? Kentucky Owl 101, because or Wild Turkey 101, because it's you can. A lot of people are going to be able to have some. One, two, the flavor profile is just not. It's not bad at all. It's really good, really easy to drink, really sweet. Now it seems like this is a commercial for Wild Turkey out of all these, but no, this came in 4th place. You got Old Forester that came in 1st, Kentucky Owl in 3rd, and then in 2nd place is the Knob Creek. But really good, really nice flavors. Any one of these, I don't think you can go wrong. But yeah, that's it for me. So thank you for tuning in. Appreciate everybody who supported the channel. Again, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Put a comment in there. Let me know what you think of these bottles, and do you think maybe I should have put some other bottles in here to go against these? This is another one. Signing off. Appreciate everybody. Have a good afternoon, good morning, good night, or whatever time of day it is in your area, whenever you're watching this. Thank you. Have a great day.